Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here, coming at you with another episode of Be a GM Carolina Hurricanes. When I left off, we were looking to see what we could do in terms of getting rid of Mark Savard, Sheldon Surrey, and Steve Monador. Those three players that we just picked up off of waivers that we may be able to now trade in return for somebody that we could actually use. Now, I've been looking through the comments to get some suggestions on who we can trade for, how we can bolster our line before the deadline here. And you know what? I hate the trade deadline in this game because you only have a certain number of hours. But the fact of the matter is, the majority of the trades in the NHL, at least in the last few years, have happened before the deadline. They've always happened before the deadline. The last week to 2 weeks, you see some major names moved because teams are slowly starting to admit to themselves, yeah, we're not going to be a playoff team. So now, obviously with us, we'll take a look at the standings. We're a playoff team. We currently sit second in the East. We are going to make the playoffs. I mean, we're almost 20 points into the playoffs, and we are currently sitting in 4th place, right? 4th place in the NHL. So that's not too bad at all. And we're only 1 point off of the Eastern Conference lead. So, we're definitely buyers. We're definitely buyers. There's no doubt about it. Now, I want to take a look at our team really quickly. Oops. Yeah, we'll do it through this. We'll go to edit lines. Okay, so now the first thing I told you guys I was going to switch, and I did, was Jeff Skinner and Gabriel Landeskog. And here's why. Whoops. That's Yakubov. Here's why I wanted to switch them. Jeff Skinner, 36 points in 64 games. More assists than goals. What the hell is Jeff Skinner doing? So, Jeff Skinner, the so-called sniper, has now been demoted to the third line, or to the second line. And Landeskog, who has put up impressive numbers, he's at 40 points on the second line. So Landeskog will now get first line minutes alongside Jonathan Toews, 53 points, and now Yakupov, 49 points. And Jeff Skinner will play with Mark Olver. Now, one of the trades that somebody suggested was Mark Olver and Devin Setoguchi. That was one of the trades I saw. Okay, fair enough. Devin Setoguchi is a decent player. Now let's take a look first at Mark Olver's attributes, alright? Slap shot 89, accuracy, slap shot power 98, wrist shot 91, and 93. Defensive awareness 83, discipline's pretty good. His body checking is low, yes, I get that. Oops, you know what, I totally forgot to, hold on. Let's do this now before they keep it bothering us. See, look, everybody's gonna be... There we go, make those things go away. Well, for God's sake. Okay. So, his body checking is okay, but, you know, he's 5'10", 170. He's not going to really be doing much. Okay? So, oh, that was the other thing. His stats. 41 points in 64 games on the second line. He has more points than Jeff Skinner does on the top line. Okay? Yeah, like by 5 points. So, I don't see a reason to get rid of Mark Olver unless Devin Setoguchi offers something a little bit better. So why don't we pop over to the trade screen. GM options. Trade negotiations. Trade players. Okay, so Devin Setoguchi. Let's go to Minnesota. If he's still there, hopefully. Okay, is he up here? No, not much value to him. Setoguchi. Yeah, there you are. Okay, Devin Setoguchi. He's only an 81 overall sniper. He's topped out, 28 years old. His body checking is worse. His discipline's a little bit higher. His defensive awareness is almost the same. But guys, as a sniper, Devin Setoguchi is not nearly as good as Mark Olver is. 85, basic, mid-80s for his shooting. You know, Devin Setoguchi, probably even his stats are lower, with 26 points. And they probably got him playing the second line. Just like it recommends them to do. He's got 26 points in 62 games. I think I'll stick with Mark Olver. Now, one of the other suggestions I had was what I was kind of leaning more towards, and that was bolstering the, bolstering my low line. You know, actually, before we get into that, the other one that we had was what was it here? Sorry, Barchi. Sven Barchi, which I'm totally not against because Sven Barchi's probably pretty good. So let's take a look at Sven Barchi. He's probably, yeah, he's, oh, look at that. He's top of their thing right now. Take a look at him. Yeah, look at that. 80, same overall, but look at the shooting, guys. 94, 96, 93, 95. He's probably scoring a lot this year. 63 points. He has more points than any of our team. So Sven Barchi would be a great option, and he would score a lot. Now here's the thing. They don't want to get rid of Sven Barchi, right? No. He's still young, and his value is quite high. So now who's some options we would get rid of for Sven Barchi? Well, the person we wouldn't use anymore, who's Jeff Skinner. So Jeff Skinner would get put on there. You know, they want Jeff Skinner. What's our cap at? So our cap's getting close too here. See, 0.124. That's pretty close. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Now, they don't want any of our top prospects in Gergensons, Murphy, or Zadorov. They would take Oliver, but then again, Oliver is... they're looking for now. You know, they're looking for immediate. So I bet you if you look at what they're looking to trade away... Yeah, see, they're looking to trade away their prospects. Ryan House and Bowie. And I bet you go down the line. Yeah, Granlund, Ruck, Gordon, Forsberg, Martin. And watch, I bet you their draft picks. Yeah, they're looking to trade away a first overall draft pick. So Calgary isn't really a quality team to trade with right now because they are making probably a playoff push. Now, one of the other suggestions I think we had, and this is the one that I'm going for, is that we bolster our fourth line. I'm just trying to find the comment here really quickly. Where are you? I believe it's in this one. Bolster the fourth line. Anyway, the player it involved, we've looked at before, and I would actually look to add a grinder to our team. I don't remember where it is anymore. It's probably here. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, let me see here. The team that he was talking about was in Montreal. And if I can remember the player. I don't remember who it is. It was Montreal. Armstrong. Colby Armstrong. That's who it is. Colby Armstrong is the player that he was thinking of. Now, Colby Armstrong is a decent grinder. He's got meh face-offs, but he is a right winger. So it's pretty good for a right winger, I guess. Discipline is really low at 70. And, you know, his body checking's okay. Like, Colby Armstrong is a decent grinder. Now, let's take a look. Let's compare. I'm just going to throw them on there so we can compare them really easily. Let's compare, let's say, Tommy Jokinen, because that's who we do have on our fourth line as a grinder right now. So we'll throw Jokinen down. Jokinen. Oh, they passed him. Tommy Jokinen, who we signed for cheap. Tommy Jokinen and, who else do we have on that fourth line? Oh, he's up. He's going to be up because he's going to have high trade value. Watson. Okay, Austin Watson, who we really like on our fourth line and has really good potential for our team. Now, Austin Watson, 23 years old, better discipline, a little bit lower body checking, but his offensive stats are a little bit higher. So even on that fourth line, when he's doing a decent job playing defense, Austin Watson can contribute offensively, which is a big deal for our fourth line. If you look at his stats, he's got 14 points in 64 games in his first NHL season. And playing on the fourth line, Austin Watson is a +6. A +6, guys. So I don't think Colby Armstrong is anywhere near it. Now let's take a look at Tommy Jokinen. Yes, Tommy Jokinen would definitely be, and we need to increase on Tommy Jokinen. His defensive awareness is really high at 92. He's got good deking. But besides that, there's nothing else here that's really... his offensive awareness is quite high for a grinder. But without the attributes to back it up, you know, Colby Armstrong is, you know, better than him on the offense. So Colby Armstrong would definitely be an upgrade on Tommy Jokinen. However, we got an extra $2 million to take on, and I think Armstrong's got... Okay, he's got 1 year left. So that would be a good option for us, I guess. But the value, then, again, I guess it's pretty close. But they don't want to get rid of Armstrong. Anyway... So let me just back out so I don't have to clear everybody. Okay, here's what I was thinking, guys. And I think I like it. Los Angeles. Now, they don't want to get rid of this guy. Here he is. Dwight King. Dwight King is another grinder. He's almost identical to Hartikainen is. Look at his offensive stats. 87, 87. 79 power and 79 power. Decent skating, but body checking, 87, 86. And get this, he's 25 years old. He's still got pretty much 2 years left before he caps out. And he's a 79 overall grinder. 6'2", 234. Dwight King. I love Dwight King. I think Dwight King is a great player. Now, he has how many years left on his contract? 2 years left, so we wouldn't have to renegotiate. He'd be a solid, he'd be 2.125 in the book. And if we didn't want him down the road, we could trade him because he does have trade value. Now, this is a player that we could definitely use. Nope. These boys for. Where are you guys? Here we go. So they want Monador. They want Surrey. So let's add Steve Monador. Let's add Sheldon Surrey. And since he's be replacing, what's the problem? Oh, we're going to have to take players back. Then we might not want to add Jokinen. I was going to add Jokinen, but well, you know what? Jokinen isn't the bottom rated player. So let's do this. These three guys, three players that they want, they would equal his value. But again, they don't want to get rid of Dwight King. But we'll see. Again, remember, those guys are freebies. Let's throw McDermott on there. Let's throw Meckler on there. Okay, that'll make it even out. And all these guys are rated lower than, yeah. These guys probably add up to Jokinen, to be honest. So we might need to find somebody else. Let's see, who else can we get rid of? Not many. Do they want? How about some of these guys? We could throw in some contracts here. Odeline. Let's throw in Odeline and a Bremanis just to balance it out. Give them basically an entire team of players. Okay, I think that might go through so that Odeline and Meckler, Odeline and Bremanis basically cancel out Meckler and McDermott. So basically it's Monador, Surrey, and Jokinen for King. Actually, you know what? We might, if this doesn't go through, what I might have to do is replace Odeline with what's his name? Savard. And then we'll take another player back from them because Savard's got good trade value. I know they don't want him, but he'll help balance it out a little bit. Let's see if this goes through. No. We like Steve Monador if you want to take another crack at it. Yes, we've sent them more than one guy for a single trade block need. So that's part of the problem. So we're sending them Surrey and Monador. So they don't want Surrey. So let's, I know. Let's take Surrey out. Oops. Let's go down to Savard. Let's see if we can squeeze Savard in here. And we'd apparently have to take... Now we're probably getting into Cap. No, Cap's fine. Let's take another player back then. Let's go with Roach. Okay, not Roach. Let's go with Heika. Okay, what the hell's the problem now? What the heck's the problem now? Well, I didn't change anything. I just replaced Savard with... If this works with Surrey... Oh, for God's sake. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's put Savard back in there. Let's ask for a forward back, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's a forward. No? What the hell's the problem here? Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. Why is it... Hold on. Maybe it needs to be reset. I find sometimes it glitches out after a bit. Okay. So let's go back to Los Angeles. Let's look at oops, Dwight King. Okay. Let's throw the players on there that we wanted to get rid of. Monador. Savard. Jokinen. And then we added Odeline. And we added Bremanis. And we'll add McDermott. Meckler. I don't know what's going on. No, not Jarmanov. Roach. I don't know what the issue is here. Maybe they have too many contracts coming back. Why is Savard like the be-all end-all? What's the matter with that? Savard comes off, no problem. Okay. Who else do we have that we can offer him? This might not go through because of this. Kusa and Rask. Well, they could Kusa. Yeah, Kusa would be accepted, and Kusa has better value. I mean, he's remember, he was one of the players we picked up to trade. Remember, I signed him to trade him. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but whatever. Nyholm. Who's Nyholm? A player we'll never use, but I'd love to get rid of Savard, but they won't take Savard. Okay, let's throw Kusa on there. Let's leave Kusa in there. I think that might go through. I think that might go through. So what we're going to try is Steve Monador, Tommy Jokinen, and Mikko Kusa for Dwight King and these two numbskulls. I think that this might go through. They're going to get a 3.5-star player back who will get, you know, fourth line minutes. And then Dwight King, who can definitely bolster that fourth line for us. What does it make our salary cap still good? Okay, let's see if this goes through. No, you're quite far off in value. Okay, let's do this. It's because they don't want to get rid of Dwight King. I can guarantee it. Let's add Odeline. And let's add Hoyles. Yeah. Well, 3D. They're not going to want 3D. Let's add Bermanis then. Let's see if this goes through. This will probably go through. No, it doesn't go through. Okay. Let's take one of these guys off. Yeah, they want Jokinen. Okay, I don't think that we can make this trade for Dwight King, guys. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay. One of the other suggestions... Or no, nobody had a suggestion for it. One of the other guys I was thinking of. Let's go to Tirana. Where is he? Where are ya? There we go. Joe Colborne. Power forward, center. We play him on the left wing. He's got good body checking, good, decent discipline. His defensive awareness is low, a lot lower than Jokinen's, but going forward, he'll be a better player. He's not much of an increase now, I know, but again, they don't want to get rid of him. Is there anybody they do want to get rid of? Not really. They're not giving away any skaters. You know what I didn't think of? With the Dwight King trade? Hold on. Hold on. Before I give up on Dwight King. Yeah, they're rebuilding or not rebuilding. They're looking to bolster for the playoffs. That's why they don't want to get rid of Dwight King. Okay, so Dwight King. Do they want... Oh, they don't want our goalie. They don't want our goalie. Okay, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. There's not many other, like, grinders out there. Even if I went to Anaheim. I don't know if Bolesky's still there. Where's Bolesky? He's not here. No, I wasn't sure if he'd be here. Yeah, no. Okay. So I don't know how much of an improvement we're gonna make. We could actually, what I could look for is a fourth line grinder. We'll search for it. Let's look for a fourth line player. We'll go up to we'll do that age. We'll look for that. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so looking for lower value. There's nobody really. Hayes, Jimmy Hayes. There's Joe Colborne. Maxime Sauve. He's getting a little bit better. He's a two-way forward. Decent offensive awareness for the fourth line. Again, not you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to edit this and I'm going to make it a third line checker. Let's see what we come back with here. Let's see who's got the highest overall first. Cal Clutterbuck. Third line grinder, 82 overall. Cal Clutterbuck. I didn't even consider him. Body checking's 94. Defensive awareness is 86. That's all we really need. Great shooting categories. Great skating categories. Cal Clutterbuck could be a nice addition. And he's not getting any better, so he could play that fourth line. What's his contract look like? Oh, 4.125 with 2 years left. Cal Clutterbuck is a little expensive. Let's see what else we can find. Aliu, power forward. This guy's born in, like, does it show where he's born? Yeah, this guy's born. I can't remember anymore. In Africa somewhere. It's pretty crazy. He's like the only African player playing in the NHL. Anyway, let's look at him as a player. Power forward. I'd play him on the fourth line. 90 defensive awareness on this guy. Wow, that's really good. He's kind of like the poor man's Joe Colborne. Skating's okay. Body checking, meh, could be better. Probably will get better with his potential. He's still got a couple years left before he maxes out. Okay, Akim Aliu is a good option. Shepard, two-way forward. Third line scorer. Doesn't much bring. His body check is pretty good. Ryan O'Reilly. No. Too much. Who's this Sonny? Two-way forward, checking forward. 94 defensive awareness. 25 years old. Okay, no. Braden Shen. A two-way forward, 4-star player who has low trade value, which is really strange. But his, yeah, no, it's just not quite there. Guillermo Tandres, another power forward. Not bad, nothing special. Steve Downey, he's a grinder, yeah. 80 overall grinder. 83 defensive awareness. Body checking's 85. It's not great. Oh, here's Matt Bolesky. He's playing in Colorado. Yes, Colorado. He's a good grinder. 90 body checking, okay off defensive awareness. Wrist shot power 92. I really like Matt Bolesky. There's a reason why I pick him up almost every year, because he has that same trade value, or that same potential value as Hartikainen and Dwight King. He's not as big as Dwight King, but his body checking is still 90. You know what? Because of the fact that, what's his contract? That's usually what deters me from Bolesky. Yeah, 3.1. You know, who was I looking at up here? Aliu, 1.225. You see the difference there? A grinder gains a lot of money, but we already have a grinder on that line. So maybe what we could do is pick somebody else up. There's Dwight King. Cogliano, no. Sean Matthias, sorry. Frolik. Sniper, no, I don't want a sniper. I knew that too. Cogliano's a two-way forward. Two-way forward, but he's so fast. Gretchev, playmaker, no. Filatov. McRae. Another power forward. No, not nearly as good though. Okay, so I think at this point our best bet is where are you? Aliu. I think Akim Aliu is probably our best bet with that defensive awareness. His body checking, yeah, it has, you know, there's much to be desired there, but his value is really low, and that's the reason why I pick him up, because he's cheap and we could probably get something for him. If Cal Clutterbuck had 1 year left on his contract, I'd make the trade, but he's got 2 years left at 4.125. There's just not enough room with Cal Clutterbuck on there. I'll run into like issues. We could pick up Clutterbuck for what we got here. Hold on. And trade him at the draft for something. We could do that. Let's do that. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, let's put Cal Clutterbuck on there. Now again, they don't want to get rid of Cal Clutterbuck, okay? And they're going to want to have to take my players. So they want to get rid of Surrey. Jokinen has 2 years left. Yeah, okay. So they want Surrey. Now, do they want Savard? They want Savard. So let's throw the player on there that they want the most. Okay, Savard. And let's throw Monador on there. Yeah, this is going to come down to the number of bodies they're getting back. And they want Surrey. And let's throw Jokinen on there. Okay, because then it's not a cap space issue. And then we'll do this. We'll take Young. And we're going to need one more to make it even. There you go, Gadzik. I don't know if this will go through because Clutterbuck has higher value than these. Well, not the three combined. But you add Young and Gadzik in there. To sweeten the pot, I'm going to throw in Odeline and Hoyles. Two guys we're never going to use. And we'll see if this can go through potentially. If we can make this trade go through, this would be a pretty decent trade. And then what we can do with Clutterbuck in the offseason at the trade deadline, or not the trade deadline, at the draft, is trade him away for a pick. I don't know. He's just going to help us through the playoffs, right? We're selling. So let's see if this, or we're buying. So let's see if this goes through. And it will. On behalf of Minnesota Wild, I accept your trade offer. Okay, so we have Cal Clutterbuck on our line, or on our team. Let's edit our lines. Oh, perfect. They put Cal Clutterbuck exactly where I want him. On that fourth line. Bolstering that fourth line. Yeah, what's he got? Because he's 18 points so far this year. Didn't even look at that. But his categories are just off the charts. I love Cal Clutterbuck. He's great. If we could re-sign Cal Clutterbuck to a lesser amount, I think that would be a good idea. And Austin Watson, he can stay just because he, for a young player, as a two-way forward, the experience will be good for him, and he's not hurting us. Like, he's obviously, you know, he's a plus player. He's got 14 points. That's really good. Jay McClement's really our only problem, and I think it's probably because of the body checking. He's here mostly for his face-offs. Actually, you know what? Jay McClement, I believe, is a plus player too, right? +5. The only minus on our team is Jarrett Stoll, if I'm correct. -1. He's -1, but still, he should be better than that. Okay, so there's our trade I think we'll make. We'll leave our lines as is with Landeskog, Skinner being switched, and Cal Clutterbuck on the 4th. Our defensive line, you know what, that's pretty much the way it's going to stay, I think. Ekman Larsson's only an 86 still at 4.5 stars. He's still got 4 years left before he caps out. We know Mark Stahl capped out. Yeah, Mark Stahl capped out at 4.5 stars. That's not too bad, though. 87 overall, I'll take that. And 4-star Carl Gunnarsson at 85 overall. Michael Del Zotto is still growing a little. He's got 2 years left, so he could actually get pretty good. Yep, those guys are a good combination. Offensive, defensive, offensive, defensive. And then offensive and Sanguinetti, my two-way, who's capped out now at 80 overall. That's perfect. I like that. I think we're going to be a strong team for these playoffs. We'll do best lines in the minors. I really don't care right now. Okay, so I know it's another 26 minutes of trading, but now we can get to the trade deadline, and we'll do the unofficial trade deadline. I've made everything I wanted, like all the trades and movements and stuff I want to do. We're going to continue. Now we lost our first game with our new lineup 3-1. Okay, we'll go into trade negotiations because if somebody offers me something that's I just can't refuse, I'll take it. Oh, you know what? We didn't get rid of Surrey, did we? Hold on. We didn't get rid of somebody. Surrey, we didn't get rid of Surrey. Because we got rid of, yeah, we need to get rid of Surrey if we can dump him for a pick. Who wants him? Calgary will take him, and we can afford him. And they're getting rid of picks. What's Surrey's value? It's a little bit higher. He's worth about a second. That won't go through? Why not? What the hell's the problem here? Oh, it won't go through because of, too many... This is where it glitches out. Okay, hold on. Maybe no one will be able to take him because it's too many players. So Calgary can take him, but they don't want it. Buffalo, we're not going to worry about. Chicago, no. Colorado, no. Oh. Detroit, no. Los Angeles has a lot of cap value. Let's see. They're getting rid of picks too. Let's take a third from them. Again, they won't take it because of this. So what we'll do is we'll ask for a 4th, and then your worst player. And it's Meckler. Let's see if this goes through. They don't want to absorb the contract of Sheldon Surrey. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to trade Surrey because there's such low trade value. Shoot. I should have shoveled him off in that last deal. Oh well. That's okay. We'll let Sheldon Surrey ride to the end. We'll end all this. Get through this video, and then hopefully, and in the next video, we'll be able to finish the year. Come on. Okay. There we go. So we made it through the trade deadline. Nobody offered us a jack shit. We picked up Cal Clutterbuck just before the trade deadline. Looks like Charlie Coyle went down to Houston. Okay, they must be missing the playoffs or something. That they wanted to make those trades. No, they're trying to push for the playoffs, but where are they right now? Minnesota. They're just outside, so they're trying to make a playoff push with who we sent them. So they're using those players we gave them. Mark Savard's a decent player to use, though, to be completely honest. So Mark Savard, I agree with, but yeah, Charlie Coyle is that kid we were after. We might be able to make a trade for him depending on how good he is, because I love power forwards. They're probably my favorite player in the whole game. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. When we come back for the next episode, we're going to be going into the playoffs. Hopefully, we'll make it there. Finish the rest of the year, go into the playoffs, and let's hopefully take home a Stanley Cup. That's it for this one, guys. I'm Target Audience. You guys have a good one.